I woke up this morning and I was thinking about the fact that it's now March and the New Year's jitters have worn off. We have now entered into a season that I officially call the grind. It's where we woke up and we realized that the only way our goals are going to come to pass is that we work on them. And so, in true fashion, we become very busy, very active, juggling many tasks, trying to make things happen, right? Even the word March, the name of the month, is indicative of the kind of grind we enter into because we recognize that success doesn't happen by itself. But I'm concerned as I meditate this morning on the reality that perhaps our swelling priorities and our many tasks can keep us from recognizing what is most needful in a moment. Imagine for a minute if I were to invite you into my home, and then while asking you to sit in the living room, I go into the kitchen for the duration of the day. Eventually, you're going to say, okay, why would you invite me over and not actually make the time to come sit with me? Because in truth, though I was present, I wasn't close. And what I want to suggest is that being present doesn't necessarily make you close. If you get that, then you understand what's happening in Luke chapter 10, verse 38 through 42 with Martha and Jesus. She welcomes him into her home, and yet she's distracted about many things, serving. And at some point, she determines that the goal she's trying to reach in preparation for kind hospitality have eclipsed the need for her to actually be present where her guest is. And I want to ask the question today, have we become so busy doing things for God that we have failed to make room for God? Jesus, addressing her anger at Mary not helping her be busy, he says to her, Martha, Martha, you're worried about many things. It's not just this, but you have several things going on in your life that have prevented you or distracting you. He says worry, which implies anxiety over something that hadn't even happened yet. He says you're consumed by trying to make things happen that have not happened yet. But there's one thing that's needful. He says that Mary understood it, and I'm not going to take that away from her. And I want to say, as Jesus did, that you might have many things you're working on, but maybe the thing that's needed is not about your success at all. It may be about your soul. Maybe you need time with God. Maybe you need some sense of renewed strength. Maybe you need to up your devotional life. I'm telling you that at the end of the day, God does not want you on the Ferris wheel of work, finding yourself unfulfilled. I'm not telling you don't get a job. You know that. I'm not telling you don't accomplish a goal. I'm telling you to find how to balance it by slipping into those moments and those spaces and places where you know you need presence. Make room. Now, making room may require that you have to drop and abandon the thing you've been prioritizing in order to now find purpose. Making room may make you feel like you are a failure because you're giving God his rightful space that the many tasks you've been working on has been occupying. But I'm promising you that what will come out of the presence of the Lord will be well worth the sacrifice you've had to make. You're not that busy. You don't have that much going on. And if you do, my hunch is not all of it is purposeful. I'm telling you, be willing to leave the kitchen this week to make room with him. Lord, today I pray very simply that you would give us the grace to make the space to exist with you. Help us amongst our many priorities to find what is your ultimate purpose and give us that grace to be able to exist in that space with you. As quiet as it may be, as lack of busy as it may be, help us to be at peace and to find joy with making room. In Jesus' name. This is your momentum. What in the world are you going to do with it?